I set the intention with love and light to inspire divine beauty and clear insight, to love ourselves more with a heart that's pure, while navigating life so that love endures, to shine the light so graciously, authentically, auspiciously. I set this intention, and it shall be. And it is so. What's going on, y'all? What's up? Peace, light, and love. Shakesha checking in just yet again. We just got through this eclipse, y'all. And I don't know about y'all, but this energy, it was hitting a little bit differently. And I think that whole Virgo vibe has something to do with it, no doubt about it, man. Because this was a time for me to be a little bit more introspective and everything. And while there's a lot, there's some people, depending on how you do it, you do what you do and everything. What I do is I allow my intuition to lead me. And this time I was led to charge up some of my jewelry and some of my cards up under this particular Virgo moon. Now, I know we got a lot of tumultuous energy, right? And then we had a blood moon on top of that eclipse and everything. But what Spirit was giving me is that this was the energy that we're going to need in these particular times for those particular objects and everything. And so I was definitely here for it. And I'm just like, feeling like inspired and renewed and ready to get down, no doubt about it and everything. So I want to talk about a little bit about some things that we can do that's going to help us in navigating this energy that we experience and everything. Because baby, let me tell you, you're gonna have to buckle your seatbelts up because we got a lot more of this type of energy, right? This all of this dramatic fuckery that's going on. Oh, we got more. Stay tuned. Buckle up, my love. Buckle up. And no doubt, let me ashe Angie Stone, no doubt about that. Man, she put out some serious music. I forgot to go back and dig into my CD vault, right? Because I got some Angie Stone music back there that I used to really rock with that brother, that man, she put out The Sunshine Has Come. That's my shit, and I'm all right. We gotta get with that shit. So yeah, I shade to Angie Stone. Oh, I can feel her energy. That's powerful. Yes, no doubt about it. There's a lot of questions, a lot of side-eye energy surrounding that whole particular situation. So, stay tuned for that shit as well. I heard Al B. Shore was out there dropping some quarters in the slots. So we'll stay tuned. Stay tuned. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit. Oh, hold up. Because we wrapping up Pisces season. Let me quit playing out here in these particular streets. And Pisces, no doubt about it, it deals with our feet. And so I've been doing a lot of extra foot care. Now, I don't know about you guys, but for me, I've been feeling a little bit more sensitivity within my feet area and everything, right? And the feet also deals with the foundation, our foundational energy, that like the root chakra energy or the earth star chakra holds energy and space down there and everything. So this is really an auspicious time, right, for us to begin like really making some selections with our footwear that's going to really assist us in not only looking good but feeling good, most importantly. Because again, if you're not comfortable, if your feet ain't comfortable, you're not comfortable, no doubt, man. And so with that, I've been really making it my business to like incorporate like comfortable shoes in everything that I'm wearing from this point forward, right? Now, there was a time in my life where I was about the business of them heels, man, and I was making all types of healing oils, creams, ointments, whatever. I'm buying what is the shoe insoles and all of these other shit. I was investing in a lot of that shit. But at the end of the day, what I really desired was to look good and feel good at the same time, right? But what I didn't recognize is that the priority is absolutely the comfort, man. Nothing tops that, nothing beats that at the end of the day. And so now what I've been doing is building my wardrobe around wearing some comfortable shoes. And so now I'm in the business now of making sure that everything that I'm wearing is empowering me, is inspiring me and everything. And so that's some of the magic that I've been tapping into. And I definitely want to share that with you guys. No doubt about that. But I want to talk a little bit about this energy and the way that it's showing up, because we got the sun that's in Pisces, right? And when that sun is in Pisces, right, we are being encouraged, inspired, right, to check in on our energies with creativity, right? This is also about us checking in on like how sensitive we've been, checking in on compassion and everything, our intuitive capacities. Watch it now. A lot of downloads is going down, checking in on them dreams, no doubt about that, right? Because Pisces season is in effect. And then we got a lot of energy. We got the North Node in Pisces. We had the sun, we have the sun that's in Pisces, not for long, but it's still there for right now. We got that sun that's in Pisces. Then we got Saturn, and then we got Neptune wrapping it up in Pisces, right? And so when Neptune is wrapping it up in Pisces, man, this is big collective energy, right? We talking about paradigm shifting, right? A lot of the illusions and delusions that we've been up under, right? We get an opportunity to make the adjustment, right? Now think about all of the shit, all of the thought processes that we've been up under for the last 165 years, right? We talking about racism, sexism, classisms, all the isms and schisms that we've been up under and everything. And now we got a lot of this energy that is shifting us more into a unity consciousness, right? A higher level of consciousness that we're moving into at this particular time, when we have Pluto that's going to be in humanitarian energy of Aquarius for the next 20 years, right? This is all about elevating the consciousness of humanity, right? Bringing in more compassionate and humanitarian policies and everything. Now, I know it don't look like it right about now, but these are the things that need to happen. Sometimes we got to tear it all the way down so that we can build it up with a strong and solid foundation. So we absolutely want to be encouraged out here, because it is definitely going down in these cosmos. Shout out to the Pisces, no doubt about it, man. If you got a Pisces in your life, man, then you got somebody that you can holler at, no doubt about it. Piscean energy. Hold up, I forgot. What am I supposed to be saying? I forgot. There was something I wanted to talk about with the reflexology. One of the things you want to check out too, that's really supportive of your feet, is that reflexology. Now you can get it in your ear, in your hand, and everything, right? But this is about touching these energetic points. For me, and in my experience, it seems that it's most effective in the feet, right? Like I said, that's where a lot of that energy is stored at and everything, right? And so when they press on those individual points and everything, right, it allows and facilitates healing throughout the bodies. It corresponds with specific organs. Definitely look into that particular shit if you ain't already hip to it and everything. And if you know someone that does, if they offer that service in your area, check that out, man. That's something to check into and everything. It will definitely give you this heightened energetic boost and everything, right? And so I used to do a lot of reflexology and everything, especially for some of the elders in the family and whatnot. And this, what I noticed is that a lot of them, like when they weren't feeling well and everything, and after the sessions and everything, it started making their energy, like it was elevated a lot and everything, right? And so even though, like, if you look on the internet, it'll tell you that there's like really no scientific research on the reflexology and everything, just like they say a lot of things that we deal with in the metaphysical community, right? It has no academic backing and all of that other shit, right? But we know, because energetically we can feel it as intuitives, right? As the highly sensitive beings, the divine ones on this planet, right? We can feel that shit. We know when the energy is shifting on things, right? And so this is what really allows us to be able to look like kind kind of past a lot of this three-dimensional shit that we got going on that's around us and be able to really empower ourselves, right? With some tools that can really help us further along our journey. So it's definitely a check-in, a tap-in on that particular vibe right there. And what I always say, it's a tap, baby. It's a tap. And that's all about me really tapping into the energy of wellness, right? And this right here is going to tap you into the energy of wellness. It is absolutely a tap on that wellness, no doubt about it. So shout out to that reflexology, no doubt, no doubt. Let's talk about this year because we are in a 9 year. Hold up, let me pull up a few of these little notey notes I wrote down because I wanted to talk about. These are some of the things that spirit was giving to me. Y'all been getting a lot of downloads in these streets. What? Stop. Like for real. And then it's been to the point because we in Pisces season and everything, right? And so I did my fast and everything. And so, I had to get my weed and whatnot, right? And so sometimes what I really have to watch out for, this is how the body tells me that I need to fall back a little bit, right? Because then I start forgetting my dreams or I won't remember my dreams and everything. So that's letting me know that my mind is a little in a fog and everything. But in those particular times, it's even a fail safe that's been coming through, right? Where my spirit team will shout me some information right before I open my eyes so that I can get my ass up and write it down real quick. Because if you ain't remember nothing else, which we know you won't, this right here is what you need to know at this particular time. And so shout out to my A-team for coming through again in a most auspicious way, helping me along my journey. I'm talking about the ancestors. I'm talking about ascended masters. I'm talking about my spiritual advisors, the angels, the archangels, all auspicious energy pops. You too, you know it. You got it. You got it. No doubt about it. We got to make sure that we shouting them out because they comes through for us in a most powerful, empowering way. And they have really been coming through in a most profoundly helpful way. And so definitely shouting out that A-team, no doubt about it. So let me talk about this energy that we navigate. And there's some things that I think it can help us along our journey in navigating this particular energy, right? Because we're in a 9 year, right? And so the 9 year is about endings. It's about completion. It's about achievement and everything, right? The number 9 really encourages us to really step in and tap into the energy of wisdom, of integrity, right? As we navigate the vicissitudes, right? The vicissitudes, all of the shit that can be going on around you and everything, right? The frustration, the aggravation, you know what I'm saying? The stress and the pressures and shit like that, right? This is really encouraging us, especially when you begin moving into spaces that'll have you feeling more success, you know what I'm saying? More material gain or less, however that goes, because we're all in different cycles in our life, right? But this is a time right now that's really asking us to use that wisdom, to use that integrity. So right now, as we've been going through these cycles where we're noticing a lot of things are falling off by the wayside, whether it's people, places, situations, and things, we know that these things is happening for us, not to us, even though at the time it ain't feeling too good at all, right? Because this is a painful process, no doubt, right? However, the divine is really setting us up so that we can move into this softer life that we've been trying to live, right? Where we don't have as much aggravation and hardships and frustration and whatnot in our lives, right? We ain't going through changes. We ain't on guard. We ain't in survival mode out here in these particular streets, right? And so in order for us to do that, right, when we achieve the things that we want in our life, it's calling on us to be able to use wisdom and integrity when we complete cycles in our lives, right? When we close out some things, right? It's really calling on us to really elevate and learn from those experiences, right? And really be in alignment with where it is and who it is we trying to be at, where we going out here in these particular streets. So it's a powerful time. And so right now we doing the 40 days and 40 nights, right? Of all of we got a lot of religions that's doing Lenten and Ramadan and all of those fasting techniques and everything for the spirituals communities and everything. Really powerful, powerful work to do, because what that does is it helps in strengthening the spirit, man, right? And right now we doing the 40 days and 40 nights of the Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde is 40 days, 40 nights as well, right? Just like in the scriptures. Now, this is a cosmic check in, right? I call retrogrades check ins because this is a powerful time for us to begin checking in, examining. And now we got it in Aries too, really about examining how you showing up out here in these streets, right? Because Aries is all about the self, no doubt, right? And so this is all about action. It's about who you are, right? And it's about how you take action, what's motivating you out here in these particular streets and everything, right? And so with Aries, it's showing up there. But then in Venus, right, with this retrograde being in Venus, this is about our relationships. This is about our values, right? These are about the things that we love, the things that we hold near and dear in our lives and everything, right? Giving us an opportunity to check in, because see, a lot of times we've been operating on old programming that's no longer working for us, right? Outdated shit and whatnot, right? And so these Venus retrogrades, they occur every 2 years, right? It's like almost, it's like feng shui for the life. You understand? Giving you opportunity to clean that old closet out, clean out all that old ass, stagnant ass energy and everything. And then hold up. My bad, turned myself off. But today, we have just entered the Mercury retrograde, man. And this Mercury retrograde is also in Aries, I do believe, I do declare. And listen, this Aries energy, like I said, we checking in on ourselves, how we showing up, what's motivating us, how we operating out here in these streets. And of course, we know Mercury, it deals with communication out here in these streets, right? So how we been showing up out here in these streets, what we doing out here, right? And so Mercury and Aries giving us this cosmic check-in, right? Making sure we ain't boss talking, folks, when we talking, making sure that we understand. And one of the things I really wanted to talk about is knowing the difference between being assertive and aggressive, right? Because I definitely can walk the line on assertive and aggressive, right? But those of us that are highly sensitive, like we can kind of pick up on that energy and everything, right? One of the things, like in my family, like when we feeling all charged up by it and everything, we get all we say it out our chest. You understand what I'm saying? And we start feeling it. And it's not about an act of aggression. It's just that fire energy, right? We got that fire, communication. You understand what I'm saying? So Mercury in Aries, Mercury in Leo, Mercury in Sagittarius, those are really expressive energies, right? And so when you have Mercury placements in those particular areas and everything, your expression can be just a little rah, rah, rah sometimes. And if you ain't really discerning, you could mistake that for something that is not, right? And so those of us that are highly sensitive, it's really going to be important for us, because we getting a lot of cosmic upgrades right now, right? Is really to begin strengthening our ability to discern where that energy is coming from, right? Because folks, this more in the thing of assertion, right? That energy, it comes out of their chest, the heart space area, right? And those that are coming more from an aggressive standpoint, right? It's coming out of the solar plexus area, right? And so this is one of the things that I want to encourage you guys to really begin tapping into, right? And checking in on how that energy, how it feels energetically, how does it express itself, right? And even if you're not really quite sure about that, start playing with that for a while. I assure you it will sharpen up, because we're moving into a time now where these types of energies are beginning to come online for all of us, even the folks that's eating pork chops and applesauce and hot Cheetos and all of that shit, right? All of those cats is being activated too. But you, who have been doing the work, those of us that's been making sure that we've been keeping a diet that's a little bit cleaner, I promise you that that work has not been in vain, baby. You definitely gonna get your wings, your flowers for that particular behavior that you've been engaging in, right? Because you've been doing the work. And because we got that Saturn energy that's in Pisces, no doubt, we know that this is being rewarded, the karma that's coming to us for the work that we've been putting in and whatnot, right? Either way that it goes. So this is an absolute powerful times, right? And so this is really reminding us about looking at how we take action, how we show up, how we go to war, because Aries is about war. Keep your eyes open for that particular foolishness, right? And so this is really about us making sure that we're going in and thinking about that, this Mercury retrograde, because Mercury, it deals with communication, our thought process, how we discriminate information, right? And so this retrograde is really calling on us to to connect to how we've been showing up in our thinking, and does it align with our best life, or does it align with conflict and war? So this is an opportunity for us to tap into awareness, for us to pay attention, right? For us to be in a space where we can elevate, right? So that we can navigate out here with positive regard and warmth out here in these particular streets, right? It's a time that is going down. So I don't want to rant on that all day and everything, but I definitely want to talk about that real quick, no doubt about it. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about that can really help us in navigating this energy is working with the color brown. Now, when I started off this year, I like to talk about these power colors to work with in the beginning of the year. Pantone, they give a color of the year and they are so tapped in and tuned in. And I would love to find out like what their process is, because mine is I let spirit give it to me and I rocks, you know what I'm saying? And I get those impressions and everything on just how that energy is going to be showing itself and everything. So it would be interesting to know that. However, one of the colors that was picked for that was also brown as well. I found out later on down the road, right? But I picked out several colors. Brown was one of them. And this right now is an auspicious time for us to really begin tapping into that integrity, that wisdom, right? And brown is an auspicious color to tap into that with. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. And so working with these colors, right? Getting down with brown is what I call it. I love working with brown. Brown is a very supportive color. It's very comforting, very down to earth. It's neutral. It works well and it supports our intentions, baby. And it does that by grounding the energy and softening it, right? Giving you this soft feminine energy to support you. It will ground that pink so that that love energy from the pink, right? It comes down to earth. It's a little bit more relaxed and everything, right? It will soften a harder color like black or navy blue, right? And it helps us to relax and soften those particular hardened colors, right? And it's like giving us it's like giving a safe hug of brown that embraces in that energy and everything. Very auspicious color to work with if you're really dialing into the energies of wisdom, integrity. I promise you, it's a tap. And so I was working when I was dealing in the fashion. Well, I'm still always dealing in the fashion alchemy. Let's not get it twisted. But what I was doing with that is that I was taking some old plain grandma looking dresses, right? That typically on an ordinary day I wouldn't go nowhere near it, right? But some of those, like the fit was complimentary, the material was pristine, right? And so now that I've been moving more into the direction of using like natural fibers, right? Like cotton, like linen, like silk, working with those particular hemp, Working with those particular materials and everything will help in elevating and charging your vibration. So one of the things that I've done is went through my closet and gotten rid of just about, because there's a couple things I'm just hold on to because I likes that shit, right? But just about all of the synthetic fabrics in my wardrobe and everything, bagged them on up, donated them out to the thrifts and everything. And so now, in working with the natural fibers and everything, I got a little bit more work to do. And so Fashion Alchemy came about so that I can really begin putting some things together to make a unique signature pieces of my own. And one of the things that I was working with was this brown dress. Hold up, let me pull this up here. Boom. This brown dress right here is a plain Janer right here. Hold up, let me back this up. Yep, got it right there. I had to dress it in brown dress. Now, this right here is the dress alone. This right here is just a very bare bones dress. Now, at this particular time, I was really considering about giving that to the thrift either, right? But this is a really good fabric. This is a cotton fabric and everything. And not only that, this is a very complimentary dress. One of the things I like to say, they got good bones, right? And good bones for me is more about like the way that the dress like complements and it drapes on the body, right? So it has a nice fit to it. And even if you gain a few pounds, which I have, or you lose a few pounds, which happens too, right? That it will support you and complement you either way that you go in, within reason, of course, but it will support you and it will always look and hang right. And so with that, that makes this dress have really good bones. And so I had to rock with it. But to bring the next level to it, right? I added in some darker accessories, right? Now, this is a more grounded look, right? And so by adding this leather vest, it being black and everything, right? Now, black is a very protective color, right? Because it absorbs negativity, no doubt about it, right? And then it also helps in elevating that wisdom vibration, but it brings that flair of sophistication to it that black does, right? And then, I'm a black cowboy boot type of person, right? But even if these aren't the most comfortable choice, right? Because they're fairly comfortable for me. These ain't ones that I'm gonna go take a hike in, no, because they got a little bit of an elevated heel. And it's not that they like hurt my feet, but after a while they'll start rubbing my feet and then I might have a blister or some shit like that. So if I'm going out and about, like I'm going taking walks and shit like that, I'm gonna wear some rider boots with that, right? Because the rider boots, they're all flat and everything. I can really rock with them. And then I'll put me a nice little insole in them to give me an extra bit of cushion and support. Shout out to Pisces season. Take care of them feet. It's a thing to do. So this is one of the things that I do is I'll add that black and everything. Something about the brown and black together that just gives me that, I don't know, that kiss of sophistication, right? But then again, and so now what I also added in with that black vest, right? Because that black vest, that what did they call it? The breastplate of righteousness is what they call that in the Bible, right? Started thinking in terms of the full armor of God and everything. So now you can take that and you can add your accessories, however, what have you, and everything. And so you can align that with your intention, because now you have the very base, the very bones to be able to really begin working and being in alignment, whatever your intention is. But this is really going to be an outfit that can help in staying in integrity and in wisdom by keeping us in that grounded energy. So I'm liking this a whole lot. And this was a plain ass. Now at the time, I wasn't really tapping into the integrity and wisdom vibration. I was just figuring out how I can style this ugly little dress and try to make it something that's worth dealing with, you see. And so that ended up working well on both behalves. And so putting that together and everything, it made it something that's a little wearable, right? It's casual, it's comfortable and everything. And so I saved myself a dress right there, just like that, just easy as peasy and breezy as can be. just that quick, just that easily and everything, because brown is one of those colors that you can go to, you can count on. It goes with just about any and everything, right? You can wear just about anything. Hold up, let me see. Do I got that scarf? You know, you got to, bam. If you want to bring another flavor to it and everything, you definitely want to dress that scarf. While we still got time, right? While we still got that time, right? Got to do that scarf, baby. And if you bring that scarf into it, that's going to bring that extra layer of protection to it. You know, silk is very protective, right? And so what I rocks with most of the time is that silk scarf, right? And the silk scarf, it brings a whole nother protective dimension to it. Along with that leather, along with that black and that brown and everything, is bringing it all together. These are all neutral colors, right? Bringing me into a very neutral space so that even when I decide what my intention is going to be for the day, right? This is really going to help me to put my jazz on it, right? So it's going to be an auspicious tap in, right? And so this brown, what do I usually pair with it? Oh man, I got, you know what I'm saying? I could go all over the place with that. But I was trying to remember what earrings I had with them. I think I had them purple jades. That's another winner. That's a hot one in these streets, right? And the peridot is good. And even if you want to just stick to them neutrals, them natural colors and everything, the greens definitely give you a heart chakra tap and all of that other stuff. So it's definitely an auspicious tap in, you know, when you working with those particular colors and everything. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Oh yeah, and then hold up, let me make sure I remembered. Hold up, I forgot about this shit too. And the other thing about that leather, see, the leather also taps us into that frequency of abundance. Don't forget about that. Now I know we got a lot of this vegan leather that's going on out here in these streets. And listen, I know for the animal lovers and everything, you know, I respect that. However, I see it a little differently. How I see this, not only does it tap me into the abundance frequency, it gives honor and ashe. See, if you wear this with gratitude, right, and you definitely give thanks and gratitude to the animal that made the sacrifice, right, for you to wear what it is that you have at that point in time, this is really going to bring an extra upgraded blessing to the outfit that you're wearing. It's going to give you an extra boost of energy. So make sure at any time where there's an animal that sacrificed its life for whatever it is that you have, that you give thanks for that, and watch how you notice the energy begins to shift when doing that. That's another thing right there. So let me see, what else do I got? Uh, Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That was the purple jade. That was the purple jade. I had to go in here and look in that because this was, hold up, did I have that on there? I don't think I did. I think I got to find that purple jade that's on there because the purple jade, yeah, I think I might have. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think I got it. Oh man, that's a shame. Oh, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to find that and share that another time. But that purple jade, I got to tell you something. This right here is a true addition to the damn collection right here, right? See, the purple jade that I had, there was a guy who, you know what, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all need to get out to these flea markets, because when you get out to these flea markets, you're gonna run into some real live artisans, right? So you want to catch them before they get so big and they start charging all of these astronomical prices and everything, because they're using genuine stones and they crafting these with a lot of love, right? And so they down there and they selling their products that they originally made, and these things are pristine, a lot of them, right? You can tell the difference when you going out there, out here in these particular streets. But I got myself a pair of purple jade earrings a couple years ago, something like that, whatever. And I'm telling you, that it is a powerful stone to work with. So say you around people that may not be as aware as you are and you want to find common ground with some folks, right? This is a stone that can help you to connect in a meaningful way, right? This purple jade, really good in business connections too, right? And then what is wrapped around it? I like doing halo. Like these earrings that I have on right now are the rose quartz, right? And the clear quartz haloed around them, right? I like that halo effect, right? But that purple jade that I had that I was wearing with that particular dress, that purple jade had the white sapphires around that. And the white sapphire, it elevates your thinking to the unity consciousness level, right? And so this is really will help us to connect with people in their highest vibration, right? This is a powerful thing to work with. And then it was setting gold, right? And of course, you know, gold amplifies, bringing that positive beneficial aura to the whole person, to the person that's wearing it and everything, right? Sun alignment, no doubt about it, right? And so those things really help you to get in alignment, to get that cosmic tap in of that energy that's going to support your wellness, that's going to support your vitality, that's going to empower you in being the greatest version of yourself. So let's talk a little bit about, before I close it on now, I got that Moonology deck, you know. And so before I close it on now, I'm going to pull a couple of cards and talk about that, giving thanks to all of the A team, the divine supports that's been coming through and everything, because it has been going down the most auspicious way. The full moon and Gemini card has come through. And when this moon in Gemini card comes through, it's letting us know that the answers that we need are coming. See, a lot of times because we are in what we call this void, right, where we really can't see our way out of things. And this is a time for us to begin resting, renewing, and recharging and everything. And because you can't see how the outcome is going to look, we start automatically assuming that it's not going to come out. But this Gemini moon is letting us know at the end of the day, you still got to make sure that you communicating with your spiritual team, communicating with that A team. They got your back. They wanted you to understand that, right? But they can't show up unless you call on them, right? And so the spirit team is coming through, asking that you call on them. They got your back. They coming through to support you because a fiery climax is approaching. And see, this full moon in Aries card is coming through, letting us know that there's a lot of energy that's going down out here in these particular streets, right? And see, a lot of times what we don't recognize is that we can't really see the forest from the trees. We caught up in the moment, in the madness and everything. And so we forget all about the divine supports that surround us and everything until that fiery climax approaches. And then we calling everybody for help. But you call them right the hell now, right? If you're going through something, or even if you're not going through it, this is a time where you want to make sure that you're getting yourself in a position where you got yourself in alignment for where it is you trying to be at the end of the day. Because spirit wants you to know that you got to have faith in your dreams, baby. Because when you start believing in yourself, that's when other folks start believing in you as well, baby. But nobody's gonna believe in your dreams if you sitting around in the void thinking that things ain't gonna happen and you ain't speaking up and speaking your truth and everything. You gonna have to show up for yourself. And so these spirit guys is coming through, right? The spiritual advisors, the A team, the ascended masters, the ancestors is coming through, reminding us about the importance of making sure that we're reaching out, communicating not only with the spiritual team as well, but those individuals that may be able to support you out here in these streets. See, a lot of times we think we can hold it down on our own, but when you're doing everything that you can, all you can do is stand, and you go out there and you get that support around you, because the answers that you need are coming. You got to have faith in your dreams. So now I hope that this has helped you out. Definitely work with that brown. It's going to help to get you in alignment. It's going to soften your energy, help you to stay grounded, and help you to be able to connect to whatever intention that you are trying to connect to with wisdom, with integrity, baby. This is that color that's going to do it for you. Now, I hope that helped you out. Peace and light, peace and love.